Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
All right, so today we're looking at, well, this is big.
Huge, actually.
Yeah, so it's all about AI and money. Specifically, Nvidia. You sent us this article about their stock just like totally tanking.
Yeah, 17% drop. I mean, that's their worst performance since like 2020, that crash.
Wild, right. And it's not just like, oh, stocks go up and down. This is potentially like the biggest single day market cap loss ever.
It really could be. It's insane to think about the scale of the loss. Like, Nvidia's market cap shrunk by $580 billion.
Okay, wait, 580 billion. That's more than like what, United Health, Exxon?
Yeah, bigger than those, bigger than Costco even. Think about that. That's more than almost every single U.S. company is worth.
Wow.
And it's not just the company, right? Their CEO, Jensen Huang, he personally lost $19 billion in a single day. Ouch.
One day, man. Jeez. Okay, so gotta ask, what even caused this? What happened? The article mentioned a company called DeepSeek.
Right, DeepSeek, it's a Chinese AI company, and they just launched something that's like going up against ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. They say they built their AI using Nvidia's GPUs, but for way cheaper than everyone else is doing it.
Wait, cheaper? How is that even possible? Nvidia stuff is like notoriously expensive.
Yeah. So DeepSeek, they're saying they only spent like $5.6 million, which a lot of experts are like, no way, that can't be right.
Yeah, I mean, 5 million, that's nothing for this kind of thing, right?
Right. Even if it was, a lot more, it's still way less than what people usually spend. It's kind of disruptive.
Okay, so this DeepSeek thing, how does it connect back to Nvidia's stock crash? Like, what's the link?
So you got to think big picture here. Nvidia, they've been on top because they make the best, most powerful GPUs. Everyone wants them.
Right, all the big names like Meta, Tesla, OpenAI, they all use Nvidia's stuff for their AI.
Exactly. So imagine if DeepSeek's model like actually works and you don't need to spend a fortune on those expensive chips anymore.
Then Nvidia's profits take a hit.
Big time. That's why investors got spooked. They're not so sure about U.S. AI dominance anymore.
Yeah, right. So this isn't just like a regular stock market thing. This is potentially like a whole shift in the AI world.
Absolutely. It's kind of a big deal. And that's what's so interesting about DeepSeek, right? It's not just about one company stock. It's about like the whole landscape changing.
Okay, so let's make sure everyone's on the same page here. What exactly is market capitalization? Like Nvidia losing billions, what does that even mean?
Right. Good point. Not everyone's a Wall Street wizard.
Right.
So market cap, it's basically the total value of all the company's shares, all the stock out there. You get it by multiplying the current stock price by, how many shares there are.
So when the stock price drops, like the company's value drops too, right?
Exactly. Like a snapshot of what the market thinks the company's worth at that moment. And with Nvidia, a company that big losing that much, it shakes everything up.
Yeah, it's like a ripple effect through the whole system. It's a big deal.
And it's a big deal because of Nvidia's role in the AI world, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone needs those GPUs.
Right, exactly. That's how they've grown so much. Everyone wants their super powerful chips. But now with DeepSeek maybe changing the game, investors are getting nervous.
Yeah, I see. It's like DeepSeek shaking the foundations and Nvidia's right in the middle of it.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about like the money right now. It makes you think like, where is AI going?
Yeah, like is it all about super expensive hardware or is it going to become more, I don't know, accessible? That's the big question. And it all comes back to like, is this the beginning of the end for Nvidia or can they, adapt, keep up? It's a tough one. It's not an easy answer, To really get into that, I think we need to like go back, look at Nvidia's history, see how they've handled these kinds of things before.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Okay, so back in time we go. Nvidia, they weren't always this big AI company, right?
Nope, not at all. Back in '93, when they started, it was all about video games.
Really?
Yeah, graphics cards, making those games look awesome, better graphics, that kind of thing.
Huh, interesting. So how'd they go from like video games to this whole AI revolution? What happened?
Well, they kind of saw the future, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
When AI research started getting big, they realized, hey, our GPUs, they're really good at the math AI needs.
Right, all those calculations and stuff.
Exactly. And they jumped on it, like really invested in AI stuff, both software and hardware.
So they kind of like repurpose their gaming tech for AI?
Yeah, pretty much. And being able to adapt like that, that's been huge for them.
Yeah, makes sense. But this DeepSeek thing, this feels different, right? Like it's not just about adapting to a new market. It's like maybe the whole way AI is done is changing.
It really does feel different, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just someone making a slightly better product. It's like a whole shift, maybe.
Yeah.
If DeepSeek's right and they can get the same AI power but way cheaper,
Mm.
that changes everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does Nvidia even do now? Like, can they just keep doing what they're doing, or do they got to change things up?
Hmm. Well, I think they got a few options. Like one, just, keep going, keep pushing the limits, make even more powerful GPUs.
Like for those who need the absolute best, no matter the cost.
Exactly like the Ferrari strategy,
Yeah.
The best, the fastest, even if not everyone can afford it.
Okay, so stay high end. But wouldn't that like make them vulnerable? Like what if the cheaper stuff gets good enough?
Well, definitely a risk for sure. That's why another option, maybe they got to diversify, you know, offer a range of GPUs, some super powerful, some more affordable.
So like the Toyota of AI chips. Something for everyone.
Kinda, yeah. But Toyota's still known for quality,
Yeah.
right? NVIDIA's got to keep that reputation too, even if they offer, different levels.
So adapt or die, basically.
Well, the tech world is tough, but, you know, NVIDIA's proven they can change. They did it with gaming and AI before.
Yeah, true, true. It's kind of wild how this one thing, this DeepSeek announcement, made them rethink everything.
It really is. Shows how fast things move in tech.
Yeah.
What seems unbeatable today can be, vulnerable tomorrow.
They got to keep moving forward or you're falling behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this isn't just about NVIDIA, right? It's about the whole AI world.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what if cheaper AI really is the future? What does that mean for everyone, everywhere?
Big question. If it gets cheaper to make powerful AI, more people can get involved, right? Startups, researchers, maybe even like whole countries that weren't in the AI game before.
So instead of just a few big companies or governments controlling AI, it'd be like way more spread out.
Right. Could be like a burst of new ideas coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
But got to think about the risks too, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. If powerful AI is easier to get, what's stopping like bad people from using it?
That's the thing. We got to be careful. Think about the ethics, the rules, all that. It's not just about who makes the best AI. It's about using it the right way, no matter who's got it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so we've talked about what NVIDIA might do, what cheaper AI could mean, and being responsible with this tech. But like, what's next in the DeepSeek story?
Well, I think the next few months are key. Got to see if DeepSeek actually delivers, Can they do what they say for the price they say?
So we wait and see. But even if they don't like take over from NVIDIA, they've already kind of shook things up.
Oh, absolutely. They made NVIDIA and everyone else really think about the future of AI. That's big no matter what happens next.
It's like they're saying, hey, no one can get too comfortable. Things change fast.
Exactly. And, it shows that big changes can come from anywhere. DeepSeek, nobody really knew them before, and now they're making waves in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, crazy. It's like the whole world's in on this AI race now. It really does feel like we're at this turning point, like the whole AI world could look totally different pretty soon.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting time to be watching all this unfold. And it's not just about, the tech itself. It's about, like, what it's going to do to everything.
Right, to businesses, to the economy, even just to like our everyday lives. So we've talked about what NVIDIA might do and this idea of AI becoming more accessible and the whole ethics thing. But like for someone who wants to keep up, what should they be looking out for? Like what's important to pay attention to?
Well, I think the hardware side is going to be interesting. Like, will those super specialized GPUs still be king? Or will we see like new kinds of chips come out, maybe even inspired by what DeepSeek's doing?
Right, right. So it's not just about like whether DeepSeek wins or loses. It's about like how their whole approach could change the game for everyone making these chips.
Exactly. And on the software side, you got to keep an eye on like the AI models themselves, the algorithms, things like natural language processing, computer vision. They're getting so good so fast. And if AI development gets easier, who knows how much faster they'll improve.
And what about like the ethical stuff? You mentioned that before, like making sure AI is used responsibly. Are there any groups or anything happening to deal with that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There are more and more groups popping up focusing on like AI ethics, making sure it's used for good. There's one called the Partnership on AI. They run together like big tech companies and researchers and other folks to figure out best practices, how to avoid the risks.
So it's not just about like the tech, it's about like the rules around it, making sure it doesn't go off the rails.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something everyone can be a part of. It's
Yeah.
not just on the tech companies or the governments. We all got to be thinking about this.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Well, this has been a really interesting deep dive, I gotta say. We've covered a lot, NVIDIA's stock crashing, DeepSeek's shaking things up, and this whole idea of like, what happens if AI gets cheaper and more accessible, and of course the whole ethics side of it.
It really does feel like we're at the beginning of something big.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But before we go, I wanna leave everyone with one last thought.
I think the biggest takeaway is, the future of AI, it's not set in stone, it's not decided. It's happening right now, and what we do, the choices we make, they matter.
So yeah, stay curious, keep learning about this stuff, and most importantly, stay engaged. Don't just sit on the sidelines. This is too important to ignore. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.